Hello web designers, we're gonna start with tutorial 5, which is really important in ways that that's how the future of web designers are, using Cascade style sheet to build entire websites, foundation and page layouts and stacking and coloring and other things. So we're going to start learning Cascade styling in tutorial 5 and tutorial 6, and we'll jump to tutorial 9, and then we'll go backward from there, chapter 8 and chapter 7. I will probably send an announcement regarding that. Anyways, so the tutorial 5, I created the PowerPoint presentation and posted on Angel. I'm hoping that you are able to watch it because it does explain to you in a different perspective than the textbook. About the cascade styles and the importance of using cascade styles and the how it's written and the types of cascade styles, because we have 3 different types. I'm gonna share those 3 types as we do some exercises in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and open the tutorial folder. So I'm gonna go Site, Open Site, Browse. So we're gonna go ahead and open that particular website for the class. So go to the data files, go to tutorial 5, data files again, tutorial folder, then open and open. I'm going to expand my folder to see the tutorial folder and open custom.html. I'm going to file, save it as custom new.html. And change the title to custom and click OK and save. So as you see, we have just normal paragraphs, and you probably can notice that we're going to be adding some colors to it. Anyways, background, change the headings, the titles, and so on and so on and so on. So we're gonna use one is for the first thing we're gonna be working with is internal styles, where all the code for the style sheets are embedded in the page to the code view, and we will do this, show you where they're all stacked up on the top of the page within the head tag. And also, a better way of doing this is to create an external style sheet that we store all the codes in an external style sheet, and we'll link that style sheet to the particular page. The reason behind this is to create uniformity between the pages. It will be, from now on, that's pretty much what we're going to be relying on, creating the styles to to be more uniform among all pages. And also we're going to add a new feature, and that's what we're going to be talking about later on in chapter 9. So the thing we're going to do right now is we're going to go ahead and start working with the title page. I'm going to select the first paragraph right here. And if I want to just apply bold and I, which is for italic and strong, it's only applying tag styles. And we remember this. Let's examine this. If we only did this, you can see it applied italic. Oh, actually, it did an inline style because I have. Oh, that's pretty good because I did not change that yet. Because you sometimes work with inline style, but it's not usually a good idea. So this is an inline style, which is an attribute in my paragraph, and this attribute has a style, as you can see right here. Within the style attribute has 2 syntax. The first syntax tells me the font weight, and the second syntax is telling me the font style. So the font weight is telling me is bold. I can increase the boldness of this right here manually, and this font style is telling me it's italic. I can see even here, I can write down here underline. But I'm gonna undo this because I want you to do an inline, not inline style, but an internal style. So I'm gonna go ahead and undo all this, and that's how I'm gonna change it. From here, I'm gonna click on this link right here. I'm gonna select auto instead of manual, and automatically it's gonna create my style blocks and put them on the top of the head tags. So let's do that again. I'm gonna click bold and italic. If I go to the codes again, it's gonna do just normal tags. There's nothing fancy about it. But as soon as I select center, now center is no longer a tag. We used to have a tag, center, close and open, but no longer HTML4 uses it, and definitely not in HTML5 because everything is switched into cascade styling. So if I click on this, boom, we have an auto style. If I put my mouse over the auto style, it's telling me what it is. It's telling me actually the code of the style. Auto style, which is a class style. This start is with a dot, and within the brackets, I have text align colon center. I will see this in a little bit. Dreamweaver moved away from this. It used to do the exact same thing, but CSS5 and later version of Dreamweaver, you have to create the style before you actually apply it. This will prevent confusion because you're gonna have, if you've noticed, we did this in the past, and some of you have maybe 10, 15 auto styles. You don't know which one is for which and where is it applied, so it's really confusing. For now, we have auto style 1, which is telling me it's center, and this paragraph right here is telling me it's adapting the class style dot auto style hyphen style 1. And just to reiterate a little bit, as you notice that many things that you've done in the past created auto style, and the book shows right here style 1. Actually, with the expression web 4, it shows as an auto style, and on page 210 it's telling you what those quick keys right here that will apply or use a style. So we're gonna create a style using element as a selector. So again, there are at least three different type of styles, kind of styles. I don't want to mix the two up. So the different types of styles are the inline, internal, and external. The kind of styles, there are 3 again, but we use them for different type of purposes or for different type of elements. And so on page 210, we're gonna create the style using an element as a selector. But I'm gonna continue with this, I'm gonna remove the style here. So I'm gonna right click, I'm gonna delete, say yes, and I go right paragraph here and make it just a normal paragraph. We'll take that style out. So after we remove the style, we're gonna go ahead, the first paragraph, we're gonna apply a heading 1 style, just like this, and every date is gonna be a heading 2. So go ahead and do that. Once you're done, Control S to save. So now we're gonna create a new style. To create a new style, if you might be on this window here or that window here, I am on Apply Styles window, but that's just fine. I'm gonna keep it on the Manage Style. Click on New Style to begin a new style. So here is the window I want you to examine, and we'll walk over it together. A selector, as I said, there could be 3 kind of cascade style. If you see the dot, so this is by default, it has a dot new class, which is the auto style class that you are seeing. This is a class style. We have an element or tag style, which is from your code style, the regular tag, and we're gonna use that for your heading 1 and heading 2. Or you can also use styles, and we're gonna be talking about those as we go along. But for now, we're gonna use the first tag style. We're gonna select heading 1. I can even type it in there. That's fine. And within the heading 1, I'm gonna go ahead and apply the different font. If you look at on page 214, they're telling you what you can do with the font and what's the purpose of all those right here. Again, font family, we can select different font family. Although you might see other fonts below your family group, do not select those because you don't know those going to apply correctly or not on the host computer. So for now, I'm going to select GuildSense, GuildSense MT, and so on. Font size, if you want the size to get larger, smaller. Here the weight, you want to make it thicker or thick, or font style, you want to do it italic normal or oblique, or some kind of variance fonts or text transform, capitals, letters, lowercase letters, and so on and so on. And here if you want to add the color to the text decoration, you want to make it underline, overline, line through. Blink doesn't work anymore, and just no decoration at all. And we use this one when we start adding styles to the hyperlinks. So I'm going to go ahead and click OK, and you'll see it up and change the heading one to. Oh, let me remove the bold and italic. We don't need this. Let me select this, remove the bold and italic. And you can see now we changed the font to that font type. To edit the font, I simply right click on it and edit our model file style. The next step I'm going to apply to this this tag or this element is make the font size a little bit larger. So I'm going to so extra large. I can click OK and see it. So I'm going to make the font width, which is the boldness of it, to 100. And I'm going to make the font style italic. Click OK and see what we have done so far. So we just changed it. We made it a little bit more appropriate to our needs. So I'm going to go ahead and modify the style again. And I'll show you what those all this code is stored in. And I'm going to modify the text transform to more uppercase. So everything is going to be uppercase. And the color to teal. And you can see here a review how things gonna look, and all the styles are being applied this particular element. If I click OK, and they're all right there. I'm gonna go ahead and modify the style again because I want to add borders to the top and the bottom of the style. So I'm gonna say underline and overline, then click OK. I'm gonna save the work I've done. Then I'm gonna go into the code view and see how the style is actually applied or written. So within the heading tag, there's nothing there because we selected the element or the tag heading one and we applied the style to it. And within the head tag, this is my head tags right here, I have that style. So as you can see, this is the style. Start with the style tag and close the style tag. Within the style tag, I have the function, which that function says heading 1 as my style. So anything that is a heading 1 in my page, it will adapt this style right here, which is the family font, the family size, the family weight, the family style, the text transform, the color, and text decoration. If I want to apply a heading 1 style to any of the following elements, and I will show you, we'll go ahead and undo it just for the fun of it. So if I change this one from heading 2 to heading 1, guess what happened? We'll apply the same style as the first one. And this is the benefit of the cascade styling because it can maintain uniformity among all elements. So I'm going to go ahead and do this for now. Control S to save, and we'll move on. So we're going to create another style. This is to change how heading 2 is actually appears. And we're not going to do that much. We're going to only apply 2 styles to this heading. First, I'm going to create new style. I can select from the drop down heading 2, but I'm going to show to delete everything from there first because it's an element tag, and type H2. It's the exact same way. And the heading 2 is going to have a family font size large and the color maroon. Then click OK. As you notice, every date that has heading 2, I took that exact same style. So let's go ahead and save and do F12 to see the browser, and that's what we have so far.